morning, boys, girls, friends, enemies. How the devil are you? No bike. Well, there you go. Ah, bless. Go away, on you. I've got a serious question to ask, and it's about biking. Now, I am an at-risk group, so I am self-isolating, 12 weeks, no option. Well, I have an option. I could go out on the bike for a ride, because I'd be self-isolated. Is that self-isolated or is that selfish? I heard a little group of bikes go through the village this morning, quite noisy, and I'm quite away from the main road. Probably, I think, about 4 or 5. Going out for a ride, not doing anybody any harm. Or are they? What if? And that's the thing we've got, what if? What if one of them has an accident? A solo rider on his own, going out for a ride, enjoying the countryside, has an accident. So, probably the first person coming along is going to offer help. There's probably going to be a policeman. There's going to be 2 paramedics with an ambulance. Then there's likely to be a journey to hospital where they'll meet the triage doctor and nurses, all the emergency staff. They might need an x-ray, they might need a plaster, they might need a bed for the night. If they've got the virus without knowing it, that's 2, 4, 6, 8 people minimum they've spread it onto. If they haven't got a virus, that's 8 chances of catching it. I'm putting my old policeman's hat on here and saying the idea of going out for a ride, being harmless, is a bloody dangerous one. You're going to go at the petrol station. Now, majority of petrol stations in the UK, you walk inside. So you're breathing out your germs, or you're breathing in germs. There are so many people in this country not self-isolating. The young, the ignorant, the selfish, the stupid, and they're not doing themselves any harm. If they get the virus, they might be ill for a week. But they're killing people like me. Now, I might have the virus. I did go shopping 2 weeks ago, and I went into a garage last week. So there is a very good chance, touch wood, that I could have picked it up. I won't know yet. And by the time I catch it with my lung condition, very little chance of surviving. So I'm looking at it from a likelihood of not surviving person's point of view. If you feel young and fit and you're out on your bike, you're putting a lot of people at risk if you have a minor mishap. What if you only break down? Okay, it's not a problem. Call a recovery guy. That recovery guy might have a family to go home to. Now, he might infect you, or you might infect him, in which case he infects his family, his co-workers. Okay, that's my grumpy hat taken off. Not very often I take that off. The question I want to ask on another level is 12 weeks isolation. Now, I used to be a truck driver, I've been sailing. I don't mind being on my own, I'm quite happy on my own. I'd rather be on my own than bloody married, that's for sure. There's going to be a lot of people getting divorced after this, let me tell you. 2 people stuck in a flat together, there's going to be shit and fur flying. But what am I going to do? Do a hobby. Well, my hobby is the motorbike. I was out all day yesterday polishing the bloody thing. I can't keep polishing it. I'm not going to go riding unless I have to. If I have to go to the shops, I'll do a vlog. And if I do a vlog, it will be because I am desperately short of something, medication or some food. But what am I going to do in the flat? I looked at the Hoover. I've got a very nice Hoover. I looked at that this morning. So that's my housework done for the day. My wash basket, about a third full. So not a lot to do there. I've had 3 cups of tea. Now, you see, friends and family. I must say this because they've been excellent. I've got a daughter, Chloe, in Leicester. Dad, if there's anything you want, we'll find a way to get it to you. That's what you want to hear, isn't it? From family. I am blessed. My daughter, Summer, in Jersey, now, she's probably on about the same sarcastic, stupid, daft level as me. Her first thought was, oh God, Dad, you're in trouble. She sent me 400 tea bags and 3 kilograms of sugar. Ooh, she knows me. I am a teaaholic. No excuse, I drink gallons of tea during the day. My youngest in Latvia with her boyfriend Ricky, she's got asthma. Fingers crossed for them. I think they're probably in one of the best places. No high incidence, and they are young enough to go out and wander about in the fields, etc., and walking the dog. Last night, from my first marriage, a nephew, who I still call my nephew, Jonathan, popped round, knocked on my window. Bag of potatoes, some sausages, some pasta, and a bar of chocolate. Or a bar of chocolate. You can't invent people like that. James, his mum is at risk the same as I am, so I've said to James, well, don't come round. It's just not safe. But I phone him up and say, I need so and so, can I pass you a £5 out the window, will you go and get it? He will say yes. For a miserable grumpy old sod, I'm pretty blessed with people around me. But none of them can come in and sit and have a cup of tea. We can't have long chats. I'm hoping that as the weather gets better, I can invite James, Jonathan around, and we can then go in the garden, I'll make a cup of tea and we'll sit 2 metres apart. So that will be nice, but at the moment it's bloody cold. We had a thick frost this morning. Struggling for ideas now. What are you going to do? If you're self-isolating, what are you doing to fill the time? I haven't got a garage, so I can't tinker with anything. Maybe you have. Maybe your wife's got you decorating. I don't know. So, vlogs from me will be very few and far between. Over the next 12 weeks, you might see a couple. But if you are happy to listen to my inane moans, groans, rumblings and piss taking, let me know. I can do this again. I could talk a horse's arse off. But I need to know that people are going to listen. It's pointless doing it if only 1 or 2 of you respond. So you tell me, do you want me to do more moaning videos? That's what I do. Read my biopsy. Old man mumbling and grumbling as he travels the lanes. Do I mumble and grumble, or do I put things in perspective? I have always, ever since a kid, I got it from my father. I've always said things as they are. People don't want to hear that. They want sugar candy coating and sparklers. So if you're a person who says things as they are, then you're marked down as grumpy. My daughters and my friends know me. I've got a really good sense of humour. I'm not grumpy. I'm just honest. And honest people, yeah, They're not going to be social stars. I shall never be a 1 million YouTube view. I'm happy with 2 or 3 of you. Let me know. In the meantime, keep smiling at the miserable buggers. They need it more than ever. They need to be smiled at. Stay happy. Even if you're self-isolating, there's no reason not to be happy. But above all, find a way to have some fun. I'm thinking about going and making some pancakes. That'll be fun. I'll make a lot of mess, and then I'll clean up. Stay safe. Bye.